Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station. We're going to continue with our Action PC 1980 Tournament 1 and Done and another play-in game to see who reaches the Sweet 16. The Green Bay Packers take on the Oakland Raiders. The Green Bay Packers in 1980 were 5-10-1. The Oakland Raiders were 11-5 and would go on to win the Super Bowl, the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl. The four teams that have automatic bids to the Sweet 16 are the Buffalo Bills at 11-5, the Cleveland Browns at 11-5, the Philadelphia Eagles at 12-4, and the Dallas Cowboys at 12-4. So they await the winners of all these play-in games, and this is play-in game number 5. We have 4 others up on the channel. We just finished up the Jets and the Rams, and prior to that, we have the Saints and the Oilers, Chargers, and the Giants. I'm missing a game. And Atlanta and Seattle. All those games are up on the channel now. And we will now move to the Packers and the Raiders. I will play as the lower seed, the Green Bay Packers, who finished 5-10-1. The Action PC football engine will play as the Oakland Raiders. Hope all is well with everyone. For the Green Bay Packers on offense, the running backs are Ivory and Ellis. The wideouts are Lofton and Thompson. The tight end is Kaufman. The quarterback is Lynn Dickey, who had a 70 quarterback rating in 1980. The tackles are Koch and Stokes. The guards are Goforth and Harris. The center is McCarron. For the Oakland Raiders, the running backs are Van Egan and Matthews. The wideouts are Branch and Chandler. The tight end is Chester. The quarterback is Jim Plunkett. What a comeback he had with the Oakland Raiders. Heisman Trophy winner from Stanford, originally drafted by the Patriots. The tackles are Shell and Lawrence. Guards Marvin and Upshaw. The center is Dalby. On defense for the 1980 Green Bay Packers, the defensive ends Butler and Johnson. The defensive tackles C. Johnson and Jones. The outside linebackers Douglas and Anderson. The middle linebacker Allerman. In the defensive backfield, the cornerbacks McCoy and Hood. The safeties Gray and Luke. For the Raiders on defense, the defensive ends Browning and Matuzak. The defensive tackles Kinlaw and Pear. The outside linebackers, the Mad Stork Ted Hendricks and Martin. The middle linebacker Matt Millen from Penn State. In the defensive backfield, the cornerbacks Mike Haynes, the former Patriot, and Odestein, pre-Lester Hayes here. The safeties Davis and Owens. Let's bring up the field screen. Bear with me one moment. We go back to OBS. The Green Bay Packers won the toss and elected to receive. It is 59 degrees here in Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Another West Coast game. Back deep for the Packers is Lee, the short men are Thompson and McCoy. And the Raiders will kick off. Packers will put the return on, and ball game is on its way. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. Here's the kickoff, and the return by the Packers, and it's a pretty good one, as that was a return of 23 yards by Lee, brought down by McKinney. The Green Bay Packers and Lynn Dickey will start 1st and 10 on their 27, looking for the upset here. Dickey's under center, split backfield of Ivory and Ellis, Lofton and Thompson, the wideouts, Paul Kaufman, the tight end, lower portion of the screen. The Raiders look to be in a 4-3. And we're going to go trap left, to Ellis. First down run by the Packers. And Ellis puts his head down, barrels forward, and picks up 3 yards. Tackled by Dave Browning. And it will be 2nd and 7 from the Green Bay 30. Play action fake, run counter. Trap right to Ellis. And Ellis takes the ball, goes trap right, first down, breaks 2 tackles, finally brought down by Rod Martin after a 13-yard gain. And the Packers pick up a first down. It's 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 43. Packers, again, with that split backfield formation. Dickey under center calling out the signals. Dive play to Ivory. They stick to the run. There goes Ivory up the middle. He is smothered. Struggles for a 2-yard gain. Dave Browning picks up his 2nd tackle. And it is 2nd and 8 with 13-17 to play in the first quarter. Green Bay with the opening kickoff on their 45. Jerry Ellis is a 7 receiver out of the backfield. That's excellent. And Eddie Lee Ivory is a 6. Lofton is excellent, 9 out of 10. And Andra Thompson is 5 out of 10, covered by Osteen. So Lester Hayes, excuse me. I said Mike Haynes, I'm sorry. Mike Haynes was still playing for the Patriots. Lester Hayes is the cornerback, my faux pas. And he is one up on Lofton. And he's tremendous, so we want to stay away from Lester Hayes for a bit. Who's covering Kaufman? Paul Kaufman, 5 out of 10 receiver, covered by Owens in a man situation. That changes up. The defense switches, so you never know. So it's 2nd and 8. And we're going to go play action, run counter. And we're going to bring Kaufman to the top of the screen to help out on Browning. Hendrick is here. Run 8. Run 5. Actually, we're going to bring Thompson back to the Kaufman back to the bottom of the screen. And we're going to go pitch right, Eddie Lee Ivory. Pitch right to Ivory. And there's a pitch, and he cannot gain the corner as Rod Martin comes up and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Raiders front 7. And it will be 3rd and 8. Packers have gone exclusively with the run, 4 carries, 18 yards, averaging 4.5 yards a carry, but Dickey might have to throw the ball here. 7, 6. Kaufman to the top of the screen. Block. And we're going to go screen pass to Jerry Ellis on 3rd and 8. Hopefully the Raiders are blitzing and we catch him in it. So a screen pass to Jerry Ellis. 3rd and 8. Dickey back to pass. He set up the screen. Ellis with a convoy in front of him. And he picks up the first down. Oh! So holding on Harris. 10-yard penalty nullifies the Green Bay Packer first down on the screen. The tackle was credited to Lester Hayes, but all for naught. And it brings up 3rd and 18. To this joyous, raucous crowd here in Oakland at Alameda Coliseum. Packers go to a 3 wide out set, and Ron Cassidy comes in. Actually, that is not a good choice. They'll stick with their 2 standard set of the 2 wideouts, Lofton and Thompson, the tight end Kaufman, the backs Ellis and Ivory. And Ellis will go out wide. And Ivory will go out wide. Empty backfield. Dickey under center. 3rd and 18. Browning. We're going to look for a long hitch. Long hitch to James Lofton. Dickey back to pass. Under pressure. Fires. Broken up by Lester Hayes. As Dickey was going for the long hitch to Lofton. It brings up 4th and 18. That penalty was a killer. We had the first down on the screen pass, but the holding by Harris. And here comes the punt team for the Packers. And it will be Dave Beverly to punt deep to Matthews. Here's the snap and the punt by Beverly. Matthews fields it around the 20 and brought down after a 6-yard return quite rudely and hard by Jones. So here comes Jim Plunkett, the former Heisman Trophy winner. And the Oakland Raiders to start 1st and 10 on their 27. Plunkett under center, split backfield of Van Egan, Matthews. The wideouts for the Raiders, Branch and Chandler. The tight end is Chester. To the bottom of the screen, Packers are in a 4-3. And we're going to key mark Van Egan. And it's a give to Van Egan, and he is smothered under at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the front seven. And Van Egan is going out for a few plays. Got his bell rung there. Tackle credited to Terry Jones. So it'll be 2nd and 10. And they're just going to show the replay because of the injury. So once again, split backfield, Plunkett under center, 2 wideouts, and 1 tight end, Chester, at the bottom of the screen. The Packers are in a 4-3, 2nd and 10. And coming in for Mark Van Egan is Kenny King, number 33. And he's pretty good out of the backfield, I remember that. So we're going to play a zone coverage, and pass. Plunkett gives the ball to number 33, Kenny King. He goes to the left, picks up 4 yards on the trap left. Tackled by Mike Butler. And that will bring up a 3rd and 6 from the Oakland 31. 11:16 to play in a scoreless first quarter. As the Oakland Raiders force Green Bay to punt on their first possession. This is their first possession now. So the split backfield of King and Matthews. Wideouts Branch and Chandler. The tight end is Chester. Plunkett under center. 3rd and 6. The Packers stick with their 4-3. They'll bring their defensive line out wide. And they will blitz Douglas from the outside. And play tight man. Pass. Plunkett back to pass. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Incomplete. Plunkett hurried the throw. Led Chandler just a little too much. He bobbled it and dropped the ball. So the Packers bring the rush and force the Raiders to punt. And here comes Ray Guy to punt. The Packers put the return on. Here's the punt. Angles to the sideline and goes out of bounds near the 30. And the Packers will take over. Wow, that's a nice spot. On the 24. So Green Bay and Lynn Dickey will take over 1st and 10 on their 24. The wideouts again, Lofton and Thompson. The tight end is Kaufman. Split backfield of Ivory and Ellis. Off tackle right to Ivory. And there's the run. And Ivory pops around the corner. Off tackle. Gain of 6 brought down by Dave Pear. Good blocking up front by the Packers. Brings up 2nd and 6 from their 30. Dickey under center once again. And they're going to go run counter. Play action fake. Run counter. Trap off tackle left to Ellis. And Ellis gets the ball. Penalty flag down. And that's going to be on the Raiders. As John Matuzak for encroachment. We will accept that. And it is 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 35. 9:42 to play in the first quarter. No score here. 1980 one and done playoff tournament. And this is a play-in game to see who reaches the Sweet 16. Wideouts Lofton and Thompson. Split backfield of Ivory and Ellis. The tight end is Paul Kaufman. And let's look at Kaufman here. Short hitch to Paul Kaufman. Dickey's going to throw the ball. It complete to Kaufman. And Kaufman's close to that first down. Brought down by Owens. And he picks it up on the 10-yard reception. So Lynn Dickey 1 for 2 now for 10 yards. And 1st and 10 for the Packers on the Green Bay 45. Again, split backfield, 2 wideouts, tight end, bottom of the screen. And we're going to bring him up to help out Browning. And we're going to go short out to Kaufman. Once again, they're going to look for the tight end. Dickey under pressure, and he is sacked by Martin. He had no time, and that is a loss of 5. And Rod Martin gets the first sack here of the ball game to the cheers of the Raider faithful at the Coliseum. Not a friendly place to play. Brings up 2nd and 15 2nd and 15. Screen pass. Screen pass to Ellis. Back to pass. Dickey throws incomplete. Again, tremendous pass rush. Lynn Dickey, not known for his feet, running for his life. John Matuzak almost got him, but Dickey was able to throw the ball towards Ellis. And now it brings up 3rd and 15 for the Packers on their 40. 8:10 to play in the first quarter. It is scoreless. This is the Packers' second possession. They're going to look for Kaufman, the tight end. And we're going to bring him to Hendricks here. Kaufman, medium slant to Kaufman. Let's see what the medium slant is here. And we like Kaufman on the medium slant. Dickey back to pass. Here comes the pass rush. Hits Kaufman over the middle, and he slants, and he drags Davis, Mike Davis, close to the first down, and it is gain of 15. Paul Kaufman torches the Raiders once again as Andre Ford is on field side, down on the field. He says, hey everybody. Thank you for joining us, Andre. See you enjoyed the Saints game. That was one heck of a game. Hope all is well, my good friend Andre Ford. So the Packers pick up the 3rd down and 15. Pitch and catch from Lynn Dickey to Paul Kaufman. Kaufman now has 2 receptions, 25 yards. Packers have the ball on the Oakland 45. Again, split backfield, 2 wideouts. Kaufman is at 97%, so he's still good. And we're going to go short and quick to Lofton. Dickey throws it out to Lofton. Hayes intercepts it as he steps in front. And that ends the Packers' drive. We probably shouldn't have done that, as I said, to stay away from him. But I thought the short and quick. But Lester Hayes, Mr. Stickum, gets a pick, and the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at midfield. Big break here. But that break was made by the excellent Lester Hayes. So here comes the Packer defense. Oakland has the ball for the 2nd time. They go split backfield. Van Egan, who went off hobbling, is back on the field. So it's Van Egan and Matthews split backfield. Chandler to the top of the screen, 1 wide out. And Branch to the bottom of the screen. The other, Chester, is the tight end to the bottom of the screen. Packers in a 4-3. And we're going to play Van Egan for the run. Plunkett back to pass. He scrambles, and he is brought down as tremendous pressure brought on by the Green Bay front 7. Plunkett scrambled for 2 yards, though, and it will be 2nd and 8. They now go into an I formation. The up back is Matthews. Behind him is Van Egan. Chester goes to the top of the screen. Chandler and Branch the wideouts. Packers stay with their 4-3, 2nd and 8. They will play zone defense. And they will send Douglas from the outside and pass. And Plunkett gives it to Van Egan, who goes to the left on what looks to be an off tackle. He gained 3 yards, and he was brought down by Mike Butler. And that's Mike Butler's 2nd tackle for the Packers. And it brings up a crucial 3rd and 5. I formation once again. Plunkett under center. The up back is Matthews. Van Egan behind him. 2 wideouts and the tight end Chester to the top of the screen. Packers stay in their 4-3 on the 3rd and 5. And again, they will play zone, but this time a short zone defense. And now, out of that, they audible into a split backfield. The Raiders do. So short zone. We're going to play pass. And Anderson will blitz from his outside linebacker position. Pass. So Anderson comes on the blitz. Plunkett throws and completes it to the tight end. Chandler brought down by Gray. 1st down on the 8-yard pickup. And that's Jim Plunkett's, I believe, 1st completion. Yes, it is. 1 for 2 for 8 yards. So 1st and 10 after the interception. 5:58 to go. The Raiders have the ball on the Green Bay 37. Split backfield once again. Plunkett under center. 2 wideouts and a tight end. Packers stay in their 4-3 defense. And they will play run. Pass. I clicked pass. So I misclicked. And Van Egan picks up 6 yards. Spun down by Mike Douglas. Not the TV talk show host, Mike Douglas. I formation. See, I misclicked. So Matthews, the up back, Van Egan behind him. 2 wideouts and a tight end. Packers stay with their 4-3 on the 2nd and 4, and we will play run Van Egan. The ball's given to Van Egan, and Van Egan smothered under, struggles for a 1-yard gain. Good job by the Packers front seven. Ezra Johnson will be credited with the tackle. OTDA joins us in the chat. Hope all is well. Cheers back at you, my friend. May the Empire be with you. Thank you for stopping by and giving a thumbs up. Always appreciate it. So it brings up a 3rd and 3 on the Green Bay 30. I formation. Plunkett under center. Chandler, the wide out to the top of the screen. Branch to the bottom of the screen. Chester is the tight end top of the screen. And we're going to play man this time, and we're going to double Branch on the medium pass. So man coverage, and we are going to play pass. And Plunkett throws. He's looking for Chester. Incomplete. Good coverage by the Packers, and here comes the field goal team, and they will attempt a 47-yard field goal. We're going to watch the fake, the snap, the place, the kick, and it's no good. No good as Barr misses to the right, and we stay scoreless with 3:55 to play in the first quarter. OTDA says, the Rebellion stands no chance. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much, our good friend, the original Dave. The Rebellion's highly overrated. Bunch of anarchists, in my opinion. Law and order, economics, treat everyone nice. That's what the Empire's about. Don't believe the hype about the Rebellion. You know, they're full of poop. Alrighty. So here come the Packers with their 3rd possession here in the first quarter with 3:55 to go. 1st and 10 on the 30. Lynn Dickey under center. Split backfield of Ivory and Ellis. Wideouts Thompson and Lofton. Dickey threw an interception his last play. The tight end is Paul Kaufman. Play action fake. We're going to look for Kaufman. Medium slant to the tight end. Play action fake. And Kaufman bobbles and drops the ball. That would have been a big gainer, but Kaufman dropped it. So it brings up 2nd and 10 with 3:49 to play in the first quarter. Ellis will go out wide. Ivory went out wide, excuse me. Ellis is in the backfield. We got that wrong. We want Ellis out wide. Eddie Lee Ivory in the backfield. And it's going to be a dive play to Ivory. And up the middle he goes. He puts his head down, barrels forward for 6. Finally brought down by the linebacker Rod Martin. That's his 4th tackle. Lynn Dickey's 2 for 6 for 25 yards and a pick. Eddie Lee Ivory, 4 carries, 14 yards. 3rd and 4 with 3:41 left in the first quarter. And the Packers, with Dickey under center, split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end, are going to go short to the flat. To Jerry Ellis. Dickey back to pass. Here comes a pass rush. He hits Ellis in the flat. Ellis with lots of running room. There's a fumble, and the Packers recover it after the 15-yard gain. Well, with the fumble, they pick up 15 yards as Davis stripped the ball from Ellis as he was cutting back, but the Packers do recover it as Ivory, Johnny on the spot, hustling behind the play, recovers the fumble, and the Packers pick up a 1st down on the Oakland 49. So Ellis will come out for a little breather here, and we're going to go with Atkins. So Atkins comes in the game, so it's Atkins, and Eddie Lee Ivory will come out for a breather. And we'll go to Middleton. Turdell Middleton. As we take a sip of iced tea. Excuse me. Alrighty, the Packers and Dickey under center. We're going to go short and quick to Thompson on 1st and 10. Dickey back to pass, fires, and Thompson drops the ball right through his hands. He would have probably picked up 5-6 yards on that. That brings up 2nd and 10. And Ellis will come back in. And Ivory will come back in. They were spotted one play to catch a breather. So 2nd and 10 from the Oakland 49 with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Medium hitch to the tight end Kaufman. Dickey back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He's under. He rolls and he throws to the middle. Incomplete as Matuzak was chasing Dickey once again. He threw high to Kaufman. Brings up 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Kaufman will stay to the bottom of the screen, and they're going to go screen pass to Eddie Lee Ivory. Screen pass to Eddie Lee Ivory on 3rd and 10. Here comes the pass rush. They dump it to Ivory. He has a convoy in front of him, but McKinney blows it up. Otis McKinney blows up the play. He went torpedoing in, sacrificing his body, and that is a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th and 12 on the Green Bay 49, and here comes a punt team with 2:05 to play in the first quarter. It's been a slobber knocker of a football game so far in the first quarter. So David Beverly will punt once again, and he'll punt deep to Matthews. Here's the snap and the punt. Matthews fields it around the 15, and he'll pick up 9 yards on the return, brought down by Cumbie. So here comes Jim Plunkett, and the Oakland Raiders get their 3rd opportunity in the first quarter. It's scoreless with 1:26 to play. Remember, this is a play-in game. The winner advances to the Sweet 16. I formation. Matthews, the up back. Van Egan behind him. The wideouts. Chandler to the top of the screen. Branch to the bottom. The tight end Chester to the top of the screen. Tight to the line. Packers stay in their 4-3. And we're going to play pass. And it's a give to Van Egan. Van Egan, lots of running room as he goes off tackle right. Gain of 17. As we thought Plunkett was going to throw on first down, he did not. As that was a trap right. Good blocking up front by Henry Lawrence, who opened up a big hole on the trap for Van Egan. Tackle, and it was a big saving tackle by John Anderson as Van Egan was thinking pay dirt and 6 points. So 1st and 10 on the Oakland 38, 1:15 to play in the first quarter. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. Plunkett's under center. Packers in a 4-3. And we're going to play pass out of the 4-3 man coverage. Plunkett back to pass. Complete to Chester, the tight end. Tackled by Gray. That is a pickup of 7, and that will end the first quarter. So a scoreless first quarter full of hard hits and 1 pick by Lester Hayes. We start the second quarter with the Raiders 2nd and 3 from the Oakland 45. Split backfield of Van Egan and Matthews. Chandler, the wideout to the top of the screen. Cliff Branch to the bottom of the screen is the wideout. Chester is the tight end, tight to the top of the screen. The line, excuse me. Packers will stay in their 4-3. And they're going to play tight man pass. And the ball's given to Van Egan, and he is smothered under for no gain by John Anderson and friends. So it brings up a crucial 3rd and 3. Mark Van Egan now 6 carries, 27 yards. He did have his bell rung, went out for a few plays. So 3rd and 3 with 14:52 to go in a scoreless half of football. 3rd and 3 again. The Packers will play tight man coverage. The up back is Matthews. Van Egan behind him. 2 wideouts and a tight end. Plunkett under center. And we're going to key Van Egan on the run. Plunkett back to pass. Under pressure. Dumps it to Van Egan. It's complete. He breaks 2 tackles. Picks up 10 yards. Finally brought down by Mike Douglas. It is 1st and 10 on the Packer 45 for the Raiders. Plunkett breaks the huddle under center. Split backfield. 2 wideouts and a tight end. Barks out some signals. Packers stay in their 4-3 defense. And they will play run. And the ball's given to Van Egan. And he cuts left and back to the right. Gain of 7 for Mark Van Egan. Finally brought down by John Anderson. That's a 3rd tackle for Anderson. Van Egan, 7 carries, 34 yards. Clock running, 13:33 to play in the first half. We're scoreless here at the Oakland Coliseum, in Oakland Alameda Coliseum. 2nd and 3. We're going to show blitz, but we're not going to blitz. We're going to play zone, short zone, pass. Plunkett back to pass, looking, throws. He tried to dump it down to Van Egan, incomplete. And Matthews is going off the field. He appears to have his bell rung. He'll be out for a few plays. So it's 3rd and 3 on the Green Bay 38. The backfield is a split backfield of number 30, Mark Van Egan, now Kenny King, number 33 for the injured Matthews. Wide out Chandler and Branch, the tight end, Chester to the top of the screen, tight to the line. 3rd and 3. Again, we're going to play a short zone. Short zone. Show blitz. We're not going to blitz, and we're playing pass on 3rd and 3. Plunkett back to pass, looking, dumps it to Van Egan. He struggles close to the first down, and he just comes up short. As Mike Douglas denies him the first down for the moment, but the Plunkett and the Raiders will stay on the field on 4th and inches. Split backfield. Van Egan and Matthews is back in the game. They go to a 2 tight end set with Ramsey and Chester. And that's Derek Ramsey. He'll be a Patriot in a few years. Green Bay Packers 4-3 will pull their defensive line in. Tight man coverage. Short zone, run. Plunkett gives it to Van Egan. Did he get enough? And he just does. So Van Egan picks up the necessary inches, and it's 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 34. Tackled by John Anderson for the Packers, and that was his 4th tackle. 12:15 to play in second quarter. It's a scoreless first half of football so far. Oakland did miss a field goal attempt. Split backfield of Van Egan and Matthews. Plunkett under center. Chandler, Branch the wideouts. Chester the tight end, top of the screen, tight to the line. Packers will bring in 2 new defensive linemen as Lewis will come in at defensive tackle. And Dilmer to rest Johnson and Jones. 4-3 set. They will play a basic zone. Plunkett back to pass, looking, throws, deflected by Luke, almost picked off. That would have been wonderful for the Packers as he batted the ball up in the air, but no Packer could come down with it. 2nd and 10 from the Packer 34. Again, Plunkett under center, split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. We're going to blitz Douglas from the outside and play zone pass. Plunkett back to pass. Here's the blitz. It's picked up complete to Chandler over the middle, and he picks up 16 on the medium slant. That's Bob Chandler's first reception, the former Buffalo Bill. Probably very happy to play for the Oakland Raiders. And it's 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 18 with 11:25 to play in the first half. Oakland looking to get on the board here. I formation. The up back is Matthews. Behind him, Mark Van Egan. And they go to the 2 tight end set with Ramsey and Chester. The lone wide receiver is Cliff Branch. Packers will move their defensive line in. They will play a short zone, run. The ball is going to be complete to Ramsey, their backup tight end, and he's in for the score. Extra point by Barr, just sneaks through the left upright, and 7-0 Oakland. What a play call as Plunkett went to the backup tight end Ramsey for a touchdown pass. Extra point by Barr is good. 7-0 Oakland with 10:45 to play in the first half. Barr will kick off back deep for the Packers as Lee, the short men are Thompson and McCoy. The return's on for the Packers. It's 2 yards deep in the end zone, and they will down it. So Lynn Dickey and the Packers, trailing by 7, will start 1st and 10 on their 20. Lofton and Thompson are the wideouts. The tight end is Kaufman. The running backs are Ivory and Ellis. And screen pass to Ellis. They set up the screen and deflected by Davis, who came flying in. It was like he was in the huddle. And that will bring up 2nd and 10 with 10:38 to play in the first half. Play action, run counter. Play action, run counter. Pitch left. That is Jerry Ellis. Pitch left. Jerry Ellis. And there's a pitch out, and he does not gain the outside as he is brought down for a 4-yard loss by Kinlaw. Reggie Kinlaw plants Ellis into the grass here at Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Brings up a 3rd and 14. Ellis and Ivory will go out wide, empty backfield. They need 15 yards. Short slant. Short slant. Actually, medium fly. Medium fly to Kaufman. Dickey back to pass. Fires incomplete. As they're looking for the medium fly to Kaufman. Can't connect up. And here comes the punt team once again on the 4th and 14. David Beverly steps out on the field. He hopes to get a booming punt as he will punt deep to Matthews. Here's the snap and the punt. And Matthews will field it around midfield. So the offsides by Koch, as he left a little too quick on the punt coverage team, will be declined, and Oakland will start 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 49. Plunkett under center, split backfield, Van Egan and Matthews. The wideouts, Chandler and Brance, the tight end, Chester. And we're going to bring back in our defensive lineman, Johnson. That's not the right pitcher. And Jones. Packers will play a 4-3, 9:47, and we're going to play short zone run. And Plunkett back to pass, complete to Chandler to the outside, tackled by Hood, but that's a gain of 13 on the medium hitch. So they're throwing the ball and they're throwing it downfield on the medium hitch. 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 36. As Plunkett and the Raiders looking to put up another score. It's a touchdown pass to Ramsey from Plunkett on the last drive. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end, 4-3 for the Packers. And we're going to play run, zone. The ball is given to Van Egan, and he is brought down, stood up and brought down hard. The tackle credited to Kurt Allerman. That's his first, and Johnson was shaken up, and he is out for the game, and that will be a huge blow for the Packers. And coming in for Johnson is now Mike Lewis. That's a big drop-off. So it is 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the injury. 9:02 to play in the half. 7-0 Oakland. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and a tight end. We're going to blitz Anderson from the outside. And Douglas. Alderman will spy the quarterback, read his eyes, hope to get a pick. And we're going to play tight man pass. Here comes a pass rush. And Plunkett scrambles under heavy pressure, and he tries to dump it to Van Egan as he is flung to the grass, and it brings up 3rd and 10, so the pressure got to Plunkett. As Ezra Johnson, with help from his friends, provides the hurry. So it's 3rd and 10 from the Green Bay 36. The Packers will go to a 4-2 nickel, and they will play zone, and Douglas will blitz, Alderman will spy, we're playing pass, Plunkett back to pass, it's complete to Chandler, he beats the zone, breaks a tackle, brought down by Hood, and a gain of 18. So the Packers cannot get off the field on a 3rd and 10. It's now 1st and 10 from their 18 with 8:46 left in the half. Oakland's up 7-0. Plunkett breaks the huddle, brings the Raiders to the line of scrimmage. Split backfield of Van Egan and Matthews, Chandler and Branch the wideouts, Chester the tight end. The Packers are going to play Van Egan for the run. We're going to go back to our 4-3, Now we'll play Van Egan for the run. And they give it to Van Egan, and he puts his head down and gains 4 yards behind the offensive line. And Ezra Johnson makes his second tackle for the Packers. 8:08 to play in the half. 7-0 Raiders. 2nd and 6 from the Packer 14. Plunkett under center. Packers in a 4-3. They will blitz Douglas from the outside. Tight man. Pass. Plunkett back to pass. He's under pressure. He scrambles. The ball pops loose. Who recovers it? And Chester recovers it. Oh, that was the big defensive play the Green Bay Packers need. But Raymond Chester, the tight end, falls on the ball. And it's a pickup of 8 on the scramble and fumble by Jim Plunkett. 1st and goal from the Green Bay 6. Oh, let's watch that replay. The Packers needed that turnover. Plunkett, under tremendous pressure, scrambles up the middle. Fumbles the ball on the hit, but Chester recovers it. So the Raiders go to that 2 tight end set, which he did throw a touchdown to Ramsey out of, and thus the 7-0 lead. So Ramsey and Chester, the tight ends, branch the lone wideout, split backfield of Mark Van Egan and Matthews. The Packers counter that. Got to take Jones out. Dillmer will come in. Jones at 81% as they're wearing down. And Kurt Allerman will come out. And Cumby will come in. Give him a breather. So a 4-3. We're going to play short zone goal line. Plunkett back to pass. Looking, and he is blindsided by Butler. Mike Butler blindsides Jim Plunkett, who barely holds on to the ball. He meets the grass once again, and that's a 7-yard loss. So it will be 2nd and goal from the Green Bay 13. The Packers would love to at least hold them to a field goal if they cannot get a turnover. 6:36 to play in the half. I formation for the Raiders with Chandler and Branch the wideouts. And Chester, the tight end, lower portion of the screen now. The up back is Matthews, Van Egan behind him. And we're going to play man coverage. It is 2nd and goal from the 13. And we're going to blitz. So Cumby, the middle linebacker, will spy Plunkett. And we're going to blitz. Where's Douglas? Chester's down here. We're going to blitz Anderson. Man coverage. Pass. Plunkett back to pass. The blitz is picked up. Complete to Branch. And he's in for the score. Extra point is good by Barr. And just like that, the Raiders are up 14-0 with 5:54 to play. So they've scored twice in the second quarter. Packers are still held scoreless. Barr will kick off deep for the Packers' lead. The short men are Thompson and McCoy. Here's the return put on. And he'll be brought out to the 22-yard line on the 20-yard return by Lee, brought down by Jackson. So here comes Lynn Dickey and the Packers, hoping to cut this lead in half. 1st and 10 on their 22. Lofton and Thompson, the wideout, split backfield of Ellis and Ivory. Lynn Dickey under center. .547 in the half. Off tackle left. Ellis. Ellis gets the ball off tackle left, puts his head down, plows for 3 yards, tackled by Dave Browning. And that's the defensive lineman's 3rd tackle for the Raiders. 2nd and 7 on the Green Bay 25. Dickey under center. Trap right. Ellis. Jerry Ellis. Dickey doesn't like it. He's going to audible out of it. And he's going to go. Medium fly, Thompson. Dickey back to pass. And it's deflected away by the mad Stork Hendricks. Ted Hendricks, with a huge wingspan, deflects the ball away as the Raiders run a 4-3 basic with 1 blitzer, and Hendricks dropped back in pass defense, and now it's 3rd and 7 from the Green Bay 25. Who's our other tight end here? Not any good, that's for sure. Okay, I was going to go 2 tight end set. Jerry Ellis will go out wide. Ivory will stay in the block. And we're going to go short and quick to Ellis in hopes he breaks a tackle. Dickey throws to Ellis. It's complete. And he is torpedoed by Mike Davis after a gain of 4. So he cannot get the necessary yardage on the short and quick. It's 4th and 3 from the Green Bay 29. And here comes the punt team and Dave Beverly. He will punt deep to Matthews. Here's the snappy and the punt. And Matthews coming up, fields it around the 35. And we will accept it. And that is a first down. So the 4 yards that we picked up, and plus the penalty, first down, and Green Bay's offense back on the field as the Raiders shoot themselves in the foot. Green Bay has to capitalize on this with 4:10 to play, down by 2 touchdowns. Again, split backfield of Ellis and Ivory. Wide out Lofton. He is blanketed by Lester Hayes. Got to stay away from that. We threw there once. It got picked on the short and quick, or the short hitch. And Thompson is the other wide out. Kaufman is the tight end. We're going to bring him to the lower portion of the screen, strong right. And we're going to go medium hitch. Play action fake. Medium hitch. Kaufman. Dickey back to pass. Complete to Kaufman. And he's close to that first down, and he picks it up. 10-yard gain. Brought down by Burgess Owens, and that's Owens' second tackle. So it's 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 44. 4:05 to play in the first half. Green Bay trails 14-0. Dickey breaks the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. 2 wideouts and the tight end, Kaufman, to the bottom portion of the screen. Eddie Lee Ivory. Let's go Eddie Lee Ivory. Sweep left with Ivory. And Ivory barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. The power sweep, not like the Vince Lombardi power sweep, was smothered under by the front 7 of the Raiders. Another tackle for Dave Browning, and that's tackle number 4 for Browning. Oakland was in a 4-3 run defense, tight man with a run blitzer. So 2nd and 10 from the Green Bay 44. We're going to go back to Kaufman here. And actually, we're going to go play action fake. And Ivory and Ellis will stay in the block. Kaufman on the medium slant. They pick up the blitz, and it's dropped by Kaufman as Dickey zipped the ball between 2 defenders, but Kaufman dropped it. Had he had caught it, he was off to the races in 6 points. Look where he is. Oh, my God. So it's now 3rd and 10. Let's watch that replay. It's painful. That's a touchdown if he catches it. Dropped the ball. We had a touchdown there. So 3rd and 10 with 2:43 to play in the half. 3rd and 10. Eddie Lee Ivory. Screen. Eddie Lee Ivory. Dickey doesn't like what he sees. Medium hitch to Kaufman. And he is brought down from behind. He is sacked by Dave Browning. 2nd sack of the day for the Raiders on Lynn Dickey. The 1st sack by Dave Browning. And that is a loss of 7. And Oakland calls timeout with 2:38 to play, hoping to add to their 14-0 lead. And here comes the punt team. That Kaufman drop, man, he was gone for a touchdown. That's a killer. When you're a bad team, that's what happens. And the Packers were 5-10-1 in 1980. The Raiders, 11-5, would go on to win the Super Bowl, the first wildcard team to win the Super Bowl. Here comes, guess who? Dave Beverly and the punt team. And he will punt deep to Matthews. Here's the snap and the punt. Matthews comes up. So that 15-yard penalty nullifies the 10-yard return. The penalty is on the Mad Stork, Hendrick. And Oakland will start 1st and 10 on their 16. And they go to a 3 wide out set. It will be Chandler, Branch, and Martini. Rich Martini. Shaken, not stirred. Ba-bum-bum. The lone back is Mark Van Eegen, who's a good receiving back. 4 out of 10. That's not bad at all. Plunkett's under center. We're going to go with our 4-2 nickel. We'll bring an extra defensive back. And they have 2:32 and 2 timeouts. We're going to play zone. We're going to blitz Douglas and pass. We need a pick here. And it's a give to Van Eegen. He has a huge hole. He's close to the first down, and he gets it. That's an 11-yard run. As Art Shell cleared the way on the dive play to Van Egan, and Van Egan went to his right as nothing was there up the middle, and we're not going to call timeout. Clock running, the Raiders don't call timeout. They get to the line of scrimmage. Again, 3 wideouts. Van Egan alone back behind Plunkett under center. The tight end is Chester, top of the screen. Packers stay with their 4-2 nickel. And again, they will blitz Douglas, this time on a delay. And we're going to play zone pass. And again, they give it to Van Egan, and Lewis drags him down from behind. And there's the 2-minute warning. A minute 55 left in the half. And Mark Van Egan, 12 carries for 54 yards. And that's Mike Lewis's first tackle. He came in for an injured Jones, who's out for the game. So 2nd and 6 from the Oakland 31 with a minute 55 left in the half. 14-0 Oakland. 3 wideouts for Oakland, Chandler, Martini, and Branch. The lone running back is Van Egan, who's behind Plunkett, who's under center. Chester is a tight end. We're going to play zone pass. Plunkett back to pass. He throws incomplete, almost picked off. Lots of pressure on Plunkett that time. And it brings up 3rd and 6 with a minute 51 to go. Again, the Raiders go to that 3 wideout set, except this time Chester's to the bottom of the screen. 3rd and 6. Van Egan, the lone back. We're going to play zone pass once again. Plunkett back to pass, has time, deflected by Luke. They were looking for Chester over the middle, but they can't complete it to the tight end. And the Packers force a punt. We're going to put the return on. Ray Guy with the punt. It's a towering punt. And we're going to return it. Come on, big return. And it's a pretty good return. A return of 13 yards on the 50-yard punt. So the Packers will start 1st and 10 on their 32. Here comes Lynn Dickey in the offense. And the Packers have all 3 of their timeouts. Ray Guy, 2 punts, 95 yards. That's a 47.5 average. We're going to go max protect, play action fake. Not that they're going to bite for that. We're going to max protect. So Ivory, Kaufman, Ellis will stay in the block. And we're going to go fly pattern to Lofton. Dickey back to pass, max protect. He throws it down to Thompson. Thompson with lots of running room. And he picks up 31 yards, and we will call timeout. So max protect gave Lynn Dickey lots of time. Lofton was covered by Lester Hayes. He throws to his other receiver, Thompson, and it's a gain of 31. And let's watch that. Oh, we can't because we called timeout. Okay. So Packers have it 1st and 10 on the Oakland 37. 2 timeouts left. And again, we'll go play action fake, max protect. Ivory, Ellis, and Kaufman will all stay in the block. And we're going to go special play. Long slant and go. Long slant and go to Lofton. Dickey back to pass with time. Incomplete. As again, tight coverage by Lester Hayes. We continue to challenge Hayes. Could be a mistake, but you got it. That's our best receiver there. So it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Play action fake. Ivory and Ellis will stay in the block. We're going to look for Kaufman here. Kaufman on a medium cross. Here we go. Play action fake looking for Kaufman. And complete to Kaufman. He splits the middle. And he picks up 24 yards. Kaufman's 4th catch for 59 yards. Finally brought down by Burgess Owens. And that is Owens' 4th tackle. The Raiders run a 4-3 keying Eddie Lee Ivory. And the outs. And a minute and 6 seconds. We have 2 timeouts. We will use our 2nd one. So with 1 timeout, it will be 1st and 10 from the Oakland 13. right. We will again go play action. And actually, we're not going to go play action. Yeah, we will go play action. Eddie Lee Ivory. Screen. Screen to Eddie Lee Ivory. Play action. They dump it to Ivory. He's got some blockers in front of him. And he picks up 3. Clock is running. 54 seconds. And we will use our last timeout as we were hoping to pop that play. So 54 seconds left. No timeouts left. We're going to have to throw to the end zone here. Throw to the end zone. Let's go special play. Corner fade to Paul Kaufman. Dickey back to pass, looking deflected by Burgess Owens as they went to the fade to the tight end Kaufman. And that will be 3rd and 7 now. A field goal here. My God, how bad is our kicker? A field goal, which is a 27-yard field goal attempt, is only a 53% chance that Bernie makes it. That's awful. Why do I have such awful field goal kickers on my team? Because your team stink out. Okay. So 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. We want to definitely put points. Well, it's not even a guarantee we make the field goal. It's just over 50%. 3rd and 7. Thompson. Medium hitch to Thompson. Dickey under pressure. Pass interference at the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. 1st and goal from the 1. We will, obviously, that's an automatic. So it's 1st and goal from the 1. 38 seconds. Oh, I wish we had a timeout. Lynn Dickey. Yeah, he could not run the ball. That's not a good idea, huh? Whitehurst will come in. Dickey seems a bit shooken up. Well, that's not going to work either. I thought he could run, that guy, Whitehurst. Let's get him the hell out of the game. Come on, Troop. Can you run the ball? Nope. We don't have anyone who can just fall forward for a yard. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Steve Pizarwitsky. Let's see if Steve Pizarwitsky, the 4th quarterback for ha-has. No. Okay, well. Okay, let's get Lynn Dickey. I just wanted to see that. Anyway. All right. So 1st and goal from the 1. .38 seconds. Can we spike the ball? I have to make sure I can stop the clock. Special plays. Quick calls. No, standard. I don't think we can spike. Can we spike the ball? Stay in. All right, we're going to go play action fake. Play action fake. Ellis and Ivory will stay in the block. Corner fade. Lofton. Play action fake. Touchdown to Lofton on the corner fade. So the play action fake, Lofton goes up and beats Lester Hayes. Revenge for the interception. Dickey with the touchdown. It's now 14-6. The replay. Dickey to Lofton. Touchdown. Here comes Bernie for the extra point. Please make it. The snap, the place, the kick, and he gets it in. It's 14-7 with 35 seconds before the half. And we will kick the ball deep to Matthews. Bernie with the kick. Here comes Matthews. Fumble. Back him up. So Bernie, plus now a holding on Browning, and Oakland will start 1st and 10 on their 9-yard line. And they have 3 wideouts. on the field. Chandler, Branch, and Martini. Van Eegen, the lone back, Plunkett under center. And we're going to play a 4-1 dime. Oakland has 2 timeouts left. We're going to play prevent. And the ball's to Van Eegen, and the front 4 do a beautiful job smothering him under. And again, they keep the 3 wideouts in Chester. Van Eegen alone. Running back, we're going to play deep zone, clock running, 22 seconds left. We're in a 4-1 dime prevent, and they let the clock run out. So after a half of football, and it was a good one, it is 14-7 Green Bay. Green Bay looking for the upset of the Raiders here at Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Let's quickly just go through the scoring before we start the second half. Oakland got on the board. It was a scoreless first quarter. Then Oakland got on the board with 10:45 to play in the second quarter. An 18-yard pass from Plunkett to the backup tight end and the 2 tight end set Ramsey. And Barr with the extra point, Chris Barr, 7-0 Oakland. They would come back on another Plunkett touchdown pass, 13 yards to Branch, Barr kick, 14-0, and that was at the 5:54 mark left in the first half. Green Bay would score with 35 seconds left in the first half, a 1-yard corner fade to Lofton as he beat Lester, and a Bernie extra point, and that's how we stand 14-7, aided by that pass interference at the goal line. And also an offsides that helped keep the drive alive. And now here comes the kickoff by Bernie. He'll kick deep to Matthews. The short men are Whittington and Moody. Here's the kickoff for the second half of football. And that is a 14-yard return by Matthews, brought down by Murphy. So Jim Plunkett and the Raiders with a 7-point lead will start 1st and 10 on the Oakland 19. Packers want to get to that Sweet 16. It'd be quite an upset if they could beat the Raiders, who would win the Super Bowl in reality. Split backfield of Van Eegen and Matthews. The wideouts, Chandler and Branch. The tight end, Chester, to the bottom of the screen. 4-3 for the Packers. And we're going to play a zone basic. And the ball is given to Van Eegen. Up the middle he goes. He breaks a tackle. Finally brought down by Cumbie. And Mark Van Eegen picks up 12 yards. And it's 1st and 10 on the Oakland 31. Gene Upshaw blew open that big hole for Van Eegen. And Upshaw's pancaked 3 Green Bay Packers. Cumbie's second tackle. Ollerman will come in for Cumbie. Ezra Johnson, Mike Butler. Split backfield. 2 wideouts and a tight end for the Raiders. Plunkett under center. Packers playing a 4-3. And again, they're going to play, this time, a short zone. And we're going to blitz Douglas. And we're going to play basic. Plunkett gives it to Van Eegen. Up the middle, he struggles for 2 yards. Tackle will be credited by Ezra Johnson, but with a lot of help from his friends. The front 7 of the Packers brings up 2nd and 8 from the Oakland 33. I formation for the Raiders. Matthews, the lead back. Van Eegen behind him. Chandler and Branch, the wideouts. Chester, the tight end, tight to the line to the bottom of the screen. Packers will stay in the 4-3 defense. Again, short zone, and we're going to play pass. Plunkett back to pass. He throws over the middle, and the good zone coverage prevents the completion to Chester on the medium slant, as a tremendous pass rush was put on Jim Plunkett. So it's now a crucial 3rd and 8. 14-7 ball game, 13-16 to play in the third quarter. Packers, 4-3 defense. Raiders, Plunkett under center, 2 wideouts, a tight end, split backfield. And again, we're going to play zone. This time we're going to blitz Anderson from the outside, and we're playing pass. Here comes the Anderson on the blitz. Plunkett intercepted by Gray as he steps in front of the ball to Chester, the tight end. So Plunkett, under duress, throws the ball, and Johnny Gray picks it off, and the Packers have it. 1st and 10. On the Oakland 41, we're going to show a replay. The color scheme will be wrong because that's what happens, but here's the replay. Plunkett back to pass under pressure, picked off by Johnny Gray. So here comes Lynn Dickey and the Packers offense for the first time in the second half. Excellent field position on the Oakland 41. Split backfield of Ivory and Ellis, Lofton and Thompson, the wideouts, Kaufman, the tight end. They're going to go to Ivory. Trap left, Eddie Lee Ivory. And Ivory picks up 3 tough yards brought down by the Penn State alumni, Matt Millen. And that's Matt Millen's first tackle. First time we've heard his name. 2nd and 7 from the Oakland 38. They will go play action fake, run counter. Run counter. Trap right to Ellis. Ellis gets the ball, and he plows forward for 3 yards. Brought down by Rod Martin, and that's Martin's 5th tackle for the Raiders. The Raiders were in a 4-3 basic normal zone. Defensive line playing the ends, and a blitzer was delaying, and they were keying Ivory. So it brings up a 3rd and 4, and this could be 2-down territory here, because the field goal is not an option, only a 5% chance of success. So 3rd and 4. Jerry Ellis will go out wide. Dickey will go in shotgun. It's going to be a draw. A draw to Ivory on 3rd and 4. Here's the draw. Ivory up the middle, close to the first down markers. Oh my God, he is inches short. Tackled by Pear. That's his 2nd tackle. Going off the field is Kinlaw for the Raiders, and he is out for the game. And that is a blow for the Oakland Raiders. We have 4th and inches, and Dickey goes back under center. 4th and inches. Oh, I thought that draw was going to get us off first down. 14-7 Oakland with 11:51 to play in the 3rd quarter. Ball is on the Oakland 31. Quarterback sneak, but they're going to be jamming the middle. Run counter. Play action, run counter. Run block 6. Run block 5, 7, 5, 6. We got Kaufman over here. Trap left. Ellis. Going for it on 4th down inches. Ellis. Fumble! He had the first down! Matt Millen puts the boom on him and recovers the fumble. We had the first down. So Matt Millen, who we have not heard his name, comes up with a huge play as he picks up his 2nd tackle and the fumble. He forced it and recovered it, and I believe we would have had the first down. Oakland takes over 1st and 10 on their 31. The Packers cannot capitalize on the interception. Oh, my Lord. And that's Ellis' 2nd fumble. We had it. So Plunkett and the Raiders take over on offense. Split backfield. Van Egan and Matthews wide out Chandler. And Branch 14-7 with 11:44 to play in the 3rd quarter. Chester, the tight end, lower portion of the screen. We're going to key Van Egan on the run. Plunkett gives the ball to Van Egan, and he is bashed under by the front 7, a loss of 1. Tackle credited to Mike Lewis. As the Packers defense rises to the occasion there, it'll be 2nd and 11 from the Oakland 30. Again, Plunkett under center. Packers in a 4-3. They're going to play zone, and we're going to blitz Anderson and pass. Plunkett back to pass. Here comes a blitz. The pass rush complete to Chester over the middle, and the tight end goes for 34 yards as he splits the zone defense. Anderson, the blitzer, couldn't get there. No pickoff this time. And now it's 1st and 10 in Green Bay territory on the 36. 10:51 to play. The Raiders 14, the Packers 7. Raiders looking to capitalize on that fumble. as the Packers did have the first down on 4th and inches, but Ellis fumbled the ball, forced fumble by Millen, who recovered it himself. I formation now for the Raiders, with Plunkett under center, Matthews the up back, Van Egan behind him, Chandler and Branch the wideouts, Chester, who just caught that big catch, top of the screen, tight end. Packers stay with their 4-3. And they're going to key Van Egan on the run. Plunkett back to pass over the middle of Chester, the tight end once again. Gray brings him down, but it's a gain of 16. Johnny Gray with his 4th tackle. He also has a pick. And Raymond Chester, the former Colt, 4 receptions, 65 yards. I formation once again. 2 wideouts and a tight end. Plunkett under center for the Raiders. Ball on the Packer 20-yard line. 10:08 to play in the 3rd quarter. Oakland 14, Green Bay 7. Packers needing some sort of turnover here. Short zone. Basic. And the ball is given to Van Egan. He goes to the right and picks up 6 behind the blocking of the offensive line. Brought down by Ezra Johnson, and that's Johnson's 4th tackle for the Packers, as the Raiders now have it 2nd and 4 on the Green Bay 14. Split backfield, Van Egan and Matthews. Chandler, the wideout to the top of the screen. Cliff Branch, the wideout to the bottom. Chester, the tight end. Top of the screen, tight to the line. Packers in a 4-3. 2nd and 4. We're going to play run. Van Egan. And he's brought down close to the first down marker. It's a gain of 3. Again, they run to the right. And Mike C. McCoy makes the tackle, and it brings up 3rd and 1. Packers will shift. We're going to shift our defensive line left, which is to their right. Cover up Chester, the tight end. We're going to play tight man, goal line. Van Egan, he is stopped! Oh, but he keeps his legs churning. He picks up 2 yards and the first down. The Packers almost had him stopped in the backfield, but Van Egan kept churning, and the offensive line kept blocking, and now it is 1st and goal from the Packer 9. Mark Van Egan, 19 carries and 78 very hard yards, and that's John Anderson's 5th tackle from his outside linebacking position. 8:14 to play in the 3rd quarter, 14-7. Oakland looking to put some more points on the board. Split backfield, 2 wideouts and the tight end Chester, and we're actually going to double Chester on the medium. And we're going to show blitz, then delay we're actually going to delay blitz with Douglas. Oh, we can't blitz because then we won't be able to double. So we're going to show blitz, and we're going to play pass. Plunkett back to pass, deflected by McCoy as they were going for Branch in the corner of the end zone. And it brings up 2nd and goal with 7:32 to play in the 3rd quarter. Oakland up by 7, 14-7. Ball's on the Green Bay 9. Plunkett under center. Split backfield. 2 wideouts, Chandler and Branch. Chester, the tight end, at the top of the screen. Van Egan and Matthews, the backs. We're going to play our defensive line out wide. And we're going to actually spy with Anderson. And even though our middle linebacker doesn't normally blitz, we're going to blitz him to try to just disrupt the play. Man coverage. Pass. Oh my God. So they get 5 yards closer to the end zone on the encroachment by Lewis, who's in playing for Jones, as Jones is out for the game. He got injured. And now it's 2nd and goal from the Green Bay 4. Well, that changes everything up. We're going to play a tight man. Actually, you know what? We're going to play a tight man. Short zone. We're going to play a short zone. Bring our defensive line in. And we're going to play pass. Plunkett back to pass. Looking. He throws. Oh, come on. Oh, on the offense. That's awesome. We'll take that. I thought it was on me. Backs him up. So it's first and goal from the Green Bay. Second and goal from the Green Bay 14. So Van Egan cleared the way. He actually was a pick play. And they call him for offensive pass interference. So it's second and goal from the Green Bay 14, 7:29 to play in the third quarter, 14-7 Raiders over the Packers. And Lewis is gassed. And we will bring in, well, Delmer's gassed too. That's awesome. So what we're going to do is go to a 3-4 now. Johnson's at 88, Butler's at 89. We can't take him off the field in this crucial situation. So Cumbie and Altman are the linebackers. So we go with the 4 linebackers now. And we're going to play a zone pass. Plunkett back to pass. And he is sacked by a tiring Johnson. And Plunkett is shooken up, but he's going to stay in the... Oh, he's out. He is out. He is out. He wanted to stay in the game, but he comes out. And Dante Pastorini comes in. Dan Pastorini, as he is known, but it's actually Dante Pastorini, the former Oilers quarterback, as the Oilers would trade Stabler. The Raiders would trade Stabler to the Oilers for the California native, Dante Pastorini. So, and he was not well liked on the Raiders team. And when he got injured, a lot of people were happy. And Plunkett took over and led them to a Super Bowl. So Pastorini's in. And that's the second sack of Plunkett. And that's Ezra Johnson's first sack. So it's going to be third and goal from the 14. And the Packers will now go with a 3-3. Terry Jones. Terry Jones comes in the game. 3-3 nickel. But our linebacker, you know what? I don't want to take my linebackers off the field. So we're going to play a deep zone on third and goal from the 14. And we're going to play pass. Pastorini back to pass. Looking. And it's incomplete. Long cross. He led Branch just a little too far. And Plunkett is now available. But here comes Chris Barr for the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And we're going to try to block it. Here's a snap to place. And it's good. As they almost hit the kicker there. So now Oakland on the 37-yard field goal by Barr go up 17-7. The Raiders lead by 10 with 7:13 to play in the third quarter. It's been one heck of a ball game here. And Barr will kick off deep for the Packers as Lee, the short men are Thompson and McCoy. The return is put on. Here's the kickoff. And here comes the return by the Packers, zigging and zagging. And it is a 28-yard return by Lee, brought down by Davis. And here comes Lynn Dickey and the Packers offense to start 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 39. Trailing by 10. Play action, run counter. Eddie Lee Ivory, trap left. And there goes Ivory, and he is smothered under. Only a 1-yard gain. Tackle number 6 by Dave Browning for the Raiders, who are in a 4-3 basic normal zone. Defensive line shift left, so they're covering that left trap now. So 2nd and 9. So we're going to go run counter, trap right with Eddie Lee Ivory. And Ivory has it, puts his head down, barrels forward for 3 yards. And Rod Martin picks up his 6th tackle. And it will bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Packers on their 43. Lofton and Thompson, the wideouts. Kaufman, the tight end. The running backs, Ivory and Ellis. Kaufman goes to the bottom of the screen now. Play action fake. Ivory and Ellis will stay in the block. Short out to the tight end Kaufman. Dickey. Do the Packers want to audible out? They're going to stick with the play. Back to passes Dickey. He throws complete to Kaufman. Picks up 5. And it's 4th and 1 as Burgess Owens denies the first down. Oh my God. So Moni Jeans joined us in the chat. How are you, Moni G? Hope all is well. Good to see you, my friend. So 4th and 1 on the Green Bay 48. Packers trail by 17-10 with 5:39 left in the third quarter. We're going to keep the offense on the field. Play action fake run counter. Jerry Ellis, he's fumbled twice. Trap right. Jerry Ellis, don't fumble this time, Jerry. And we're going to keep with the play call. And Ellis, there's a penalty. He picks up the first down. We'll take it because we only picked up 2. And it's an encroachment on Matuzak. We'll accept it. So first down, we had it anyway, but we'll pick up the extra 3 yards. And now it's 1st and 10 on the Oakland 47. Green Bay trails by 10, 17-7. 5:32 left in the third quarter. Screen pass. Eddie Lee Ivory. Dickey hits Ivory. Ivory picks up the first. 13-yard gain nullified thanks to the holding by Stokes of the Packers. As Hendrick was credited with the tackle. So again, the Packers get a costly penalty after a big play. As Moni G says, always good to see you too, Al. Well, thank you very much, Moni G. I hope Saturday's going well. Well, it's now Sunday morning, but that's okay. So 1st and 20 on the Green Bay 43 as they went backwards. Lofton, Thompson, the wideouts. Kaufman, the tight end. Split backfield. Ivory and Ellis, the usual suspects. Dickey's under center. Ivory and Ellis will stay in to block for Dickey. Long out to Thompson. Back to pass goes Dickey, looking, he fires, deflected by Onstein and intercepted. Dwayne Onstein deflected the ball, then holds on to it before he's knocked out of bounds by Thompson. And that is a pickoff. Oakland will take over. 1st and 10 on their 35. And here comes Jim Plunkett. And let's look at the replay. The color scheme's incorrect, mind you. They always switch the teams for some reason. And there's the pickoff. So Dickey's now 11 of 24, 116 yards, a touchdown, and I believe he has 2 picks. Yep, and he's been sacked twice. So here come the Raiders, 5:11 to play in the third quarter, up by 10. Plunkett under center, split backfield of Van Egan and Matthews. 2 tight end set with Chester and Ramsey. The lone wideout is Cliff Branch. You have to watch out for them to go over the top with Branch. And we're going to go with a 3-4 because our defensive linemen are tiring. We're going to play our defensive line, 3 down linemen, normal set. And we're going to play a short zone basic. Plunkett gives the ball to Van Egan, who goes to the left and around the corner. He picks up 4 yards, and he's whipped down by Mike Douglas. And it is 2nd and 6, 5:01 left in the third quarter on the Oakland 39. I formation, Plunkett under center. Again, the Packers staying in a 3-4 defensive line split, moves to the in. And Cumbie and Alterman will blitz. On the delay, Packers are going to play tight man. They're going to play pass. Plunkett back to pass. It is given to Van Egan on the dive play, and Van Egan picks up 7 yards as the blitzers went right by Mark Van Egan, who picks up the first down. So it's 1st and 10 on the Oakland 46, 4:16 left in the third quarter. Oakland's up by 10 points. Split backfield, Van Egan and Matthews, 2 tight end set, and Branch is the lone wideout. The Packers will go back to their 4-3. Anderson spying Plunkett. And we're going to play short zone run. And the ball's given to Van Egan. Again, he goes sweep right, and he picks up 6 yards. Great blocking up front by the Raiders line. Mike Butler gets his 4th tackle. Van Egan, 22 carries, 95 very difficult, tough yards. All hard fought by Mark Van Egan. I formation, Plunkett under center, 2 wideouts and a tight end. Ball's on the Green Bay 48, 2nd and 4. And we're going to play pass. And again, they give it to Van Egan, and he's smothered under. They go to the right side one too many times. On the left side, left side. I kept saying right side. My faux pas. And Mike Butler again with a tackle. That's tackle number 5. So it is 3rd and 1 on the Green Bay 45. 2:53 left in the third quarter. The Packers will play a 4-3 defensive line in. And the spread is in, so they're going to be playing the in. And it's going to be a tight man. And goal line. And it's a pitch out to Van Egan, and he gets around the corner. He picks up 3 yards. My God, we cannot stop him. And it's 101 yards for the, I believe he went to Colgate, Mark Van Egan, on 24 carries. That's a 4.2 yards per carry average for Mark Van Egan. 1st and 10 on the Packer 42 with 2:09 to play in the third quarter. Split backfield. Kenny King comes in to give Van Egan a breather. So it's Kenny King and Matthews in the split backfield. Chandler and Branch the wideouts. Chester the tight end top of the screen. And we'll have to go to a 3-4 to give our defensive linemen a rest. So the extra linebacker is Cumby. Again, we're going to play short zone. Basic. Plunkett throws to the out. The flat to Kenny King, incomplete. Zone coverage was there. So it's 2nd and 10. Clock stops at the minute 33 in the third quarter. Van Egan comes back out. No, it's still Kenny King. So it's Kenny King and Matthews. Chandler and Branch the wideouts. Chester the tight end, lower portion of the screen. Packers stay with their 3-4. Johnson's at 86. And my God, what a drop off. We're going to bring Lathrop in to give Ezra Johnson a breather. Mike Butler is at 87. And we'll bring Merrill in. That's a huge drop off. So it's 2nd and 10. We're going to blitz Douglas from the outside. Tight man coverage, pass. And it's given to Kenny King. He goes to the left around the corner. Gain of 11, 1st down. So off tackle left again. The big boys up front for the Raiders, providing the convoy for Kenny King and all the Oakland running backs. 1:22 left in the third quarter, 17-7 Oakland over the Green Bay Packers in our one-and-done playoff tournament, 1980 season. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. They make it to the bracket. Again, King and Matthews in the backfield, Chandler and Branch the wideouts. It's a split backfield, Chester the tight end. Packers in a 3-4. And we're going to play run. And they give it to Matthews on the pitch out. And he picks up 3. And the clock stops as he was forced out of bounds. And that's John Anderson's 6th tackle. So with 39 seconds left in the third quarter, the ball's on the Green Bay 28, 2nd and 7. Packers stay with the 3-4. And we're going to bring in Dilmer for Jones. No, we just want him in on this play. And we're going to bring in Ezra Johnson back in. And Butler back in. Packers need a big play here on defense. 2nd and 7. And we're going, who's the better pass 3, pass 2, pass rush 1. We're going to blitz Anderson from the outside. 2nd and 7, man coverage. Actually, we're going to play a short zone pass. Anderson blitzes from the outside. They go to Kenny King, and he gets out to the left and out towards the outside. He picks up 14 yards, tackled by Luke, and that will end the third quarter. 15 more minutes of football, and the Raiders are up 10 here at Oakland Alameda Coliseum. The home fans are loving it here for the Raiders. 15 more minutes. If the Raiders hold on, they will go to the Sweet 16. They will make the bracket, as this is a play-in game. 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 14. Again, now the split backfield is Whittington and Kenny King. So Plunkett's under center. The wideouts Chandler and Branch. The tight end is Ramsey, who gives Chester a breather. Packers will stay in there 3-4. They'll bring their defensive line in. Need a big play here. Short zone. Basic. Plunkett pitches out to Whittington. Whittington turns the corner to the left, gains 8 yards. And Mike Butler, the defensive lineman, chasing the play, brings him down from behind. And that's Mike Butler's 6th tackle. So it's 2nd and 2 from the Green Bay 6. And Green Bay will now go back to their 4-3. Kenny King and Whittington in the backfield. Chandler and Branch the wideouts. And Ramsey's the tight end. We're going to play man coverage, bring our defensive line in. Actually, they've been going left a lot. Defensive line will shift left, which is my right. Okay, we got to shift right to cover their left. Okay, that's what we do. Man coverage, and we're going to double Ramsey on the medium, and we're going to play pass. Plunkett, Kenny King, and Kenny King is smothered under, so the defensive line shift works, and it's going to be 3rd and inches. They go I formation, and Jensen's the up back now. Derek Jensen, and behind him, Van Egan comes back in. Defensive line will play in. Tight man, goal line. Van Egan with the ball up the middle, and he just gets the first down. Tough running by Van Egan, but he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the Green Bay 3. Raiders up 17-7, looking to put some more points on the board. Van Egan, 25 carries, 102 yards. Again, I formation. Jensen, the up back, Van Egan behind him. 2 tight end set. Christensen comes in, and Ramsey. The lone wideout is Branch. So Branch is a 6 out of 10 receiver, covered by McCoy, who's 7 out of 10 for pass defense, but Branch very good. And we're going to play tight man, defensive line in, goal line. And they give it to Van Egan. Van Egan goes to the left and dives into the end zone. The extra point is good. And the Raiders take a commanding 24-7 lead with 12:48 left in the game. Here's the kickoff from Barr. Back deep is Lee. The short men are Thompson and McCoy for the Packers. Kalan Lee run it back. And Lee gets it to the 26-yard line. So it's a 19-yard return. Tackled by Nelson. Here comes Lynn Dickey and the Packers. They need to make something happen and happen quick. They trail by 17. Play action fake. Ivory and Ellis stay in the block. Kaufman goes to the bottom of the screen. And it's going to be a medium out to Kaufman. Dickey looking, fires complete to Kaufman on the out. And he is pushed out of bounds by Burgess Owens. That's his 6th tackle. And clock is stopped. Packers break the huddle. Lofton and Thompson. The wideouts. Lester Hayes is covering Lofton. He has 1 pick. Lofton's burned him for 1 touchdown. Dickey's thrown 2 interceptions. Paul Kaufman, 6 receptions, 77 yards. And again, play action fake. Ivory and Ellis will stay in the block. Release after, if necessary. And we went medium out. Now we're going to go medium hitch to Kaufman. Dickey back to pass. Here comes a blitz. He dumps it down to Ellis. And Ellis struggles for a 3-yard gain. Packers go to the hurry up. Ellis and Ivory to stay in the block. Medium slant. Paul Kaufman, the tight end. Dickey back to pass. Looking for Kaufman. Complete over the middle. And Kaufman picks up 15 yards. Now 7 receptions, 92 yards. Packers stay in the hurry up. Play action fake. Max protect. Ellis, Ivory, and Kaufman all stay in. Kaufman will go to the top of the screen to help out on Browning, who's the better pass rusher. And we're going to go long slant to Thompson. Dickey back to pass. Fires, deflected by Onstein, and intercepted by Davis. Davis brings it back for 47 yards on the return. And that's Lynn Dickey's 3rd interception. Onstein playing excellent. Deflected it. And his partner in crime, the safety Mike Davis, gets the pick. So the Raiders in business, 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 32. Up by 17. Packers will play run, Kenny King. And it's given to Jensen. And he loses 1 yard, tackled by Ezra Johnson. That's Ezra Johnson's 8th tackle. So it's 2nd and 11 from the Green Bay 33 after the pickoff. Chandler and Branch the wideouts. Ramsey is the tight end to the lower portion of the screen. Tight to line. Split backfield of Van Egan and Jensen. We will blitz Anderson from the outside. And we're going to shift our line right, which covers up the left. 2nd and 11. Tight man coverage. Pass. And it's Jensen. And he goes left, but he goes right into the line shift. He picks up 2 yards. Or it's Whittingham, excuse me. That's Whittingham, not Jensen. And that's Whittingham's 3rd carry for 9 yards. And it brings up a crucial 3rd and 9. Packers need to stop here and try to force a long field goal. Chandler and Branch the wideouts. The tight end is Ramsey to the top of the screen. Split backfield of Van Egan and Whittington. And Whittington is a 3 out of 10 receiver. Van Egan 4 out of 10. Packers stay with a 4-3. Actually, they're going to switch to a 3-4. Jones will come back in. So we have Butler, Jones, and Johnson. Our middle linebackers are Cumbie, Ed O'Neill. And we're going to bring Alderman back in. All right. And O'Neill, or Alderman, will spy the quarterback, Plunkett. So 3rd and 9. We're going to show blitz, but we're not going to blitz. Zone coverage, pass. Plunkett back to pass. Fires, complete to Branch. And he picks up 15 yards on the first as Plunkett throws the medium hitch to the out. And Branch now has 2 receptions, 28 yards, and a TD. 9:57 left in the game. Oakland's up 17. They go to a 2 tight end set with Ramsey and Christensen. Split backfield of Jensen and Van Egan. Packers stay with their 3-4. They will shift their defensive line right to cover up the left. Short zone, run. Plunkett gives the ball to Van Egan, who cuts back to his right, picks up 4 yards, tackled by John Anderson. 9:09 left in the game. 2nd and 6 from the Packer 12. Allerman's tiring. O'Neal will come in the game. Jones down to 85. Defensive line again will shift right. And we're going to shoot our middle linebackers on a run blitz. Tight man. 2nd and 6. Run. Plunkett back to pass. And that is intended for Ramsey, but good coverage by Gray. Even in the run, Gray saves the day for the Packers. And now it's 3rd and 6 from the Packer 12, only 8:26 to play. A field goal will put the Packers up by 20. The Raiders up by 20. Packers in a 3-4. They will shift their line, defensive line right. 3rd and 6. Short zone pass. Plunkett. It's a pitch out to number 22. Whittingham. He picks up 4, but he's tackled. 2 yards short of the first down, and here comes Barr for the field goal. Packers will attempt to block it, and Barr misses it. Barr misses the field goal to the right, and the Packers still have some semblance of hope. They're down by 17, 24-7, Oakland. And here comes Lynn Dickey, and Dickey has not been stellar, folks. Lynn Dickey, 14-28, 147 yards. 3 picks, 1 touchdown. He's been sacked twice. His quarterback rating 37.9. Ellis and Ivory will stay in the block. We look for head out of bounds and short out to Kaufman, the tight end. We're going to stick with the play. Dickey back to pass, looking, fires to Kaufman, and Kaufman picks up about 8 yards, and he gets out of bounds. Kaufman now 8 receptions, 100 yards. That's a 12.5 average per reception. So that brings up 2nd and 2. And again, Ivory and Ellis will stay in the block, be Lynn Dickey's personal protectors. We're going to look to head out of bounds. And we're going to go a short out once again, and this time to Thompson, the wide out. Dickey throws to Thompson. It's complete. Picks up the first down. Goes out of bounds. Tackled by Onstein. That's a gain of 8. Working the sidelines. And now we're going to go play action pass. Actually, we're not going to go play action pass. We're going to go hey diddle diddle right down the middle. Medium slant. But before we do that, Ivory and Ellis will stay in the block. Medium slant. Lofton, James Lofton sticking with the play. Dickey back to pass, fires complete to Lofton over the middle. Hayes quickly closes and brings him down. 13-yard gain. Packers and Lynn Dickey quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. Again, Ellis and Ivory, the personal protectors in the backfield. James Lofton, 2 receptions, 14 yards now, and a TD. We're going to look for the head out of bounds. A long out now. A long out to Paul Kaufman. Dickey back to pass, looking, fires, intercepted by Owens, and Owens brings it back to the Green Bay 45 as Lynn Dickey throws another pick with 6:53 left in the ball game. And Plunkett and the offense comes out looking to grind out the clock. We play run defense. They give it to Van Egan. Van Egan goes to his right, picks up 4, brought down by Douglas. And again, we will play run defense. They go to Van Egan to the left this time and outside. He picks up another 4 yards, 29 rushes, 117 yards for Mark Van Egan. And 5:57 to play, and it's a 3rd and 2. And the Packers will shift their defensive line to the right, play tight man, And then we're going to key Van Egan. They give the ball to Van Egan, and he's smothered under as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And on 4th and 2, Oakland elects to keep the offense on the field and try to pick it up, as this would be a 49-yard field goal attempt, and that is only a 27% chance that Barr would make it. So it is 4th and 2. And again, we will shift our defensive line right, which covers up their left. And we're going to play tight man. Run, key Van Egan, plunk it back to pass. He runs, he scrambles, he's brought down short of the first down. So a turnover on downs with 4:24 to play. Green Bay takes over on their 31. And here comes Lynn Dickey and the offense. Personal protectors, Ivory and Ellis. Medium hitch, get out of bounds. Medium hitch. Thompson, the wideout. Dickey throws incomplete, almost picked off again. As the Raiders are in a 4-3 pass normal zone, and they had a delayed blitzer. Clock stops. Packers down 17 with 4:19 to play. Bomb post. James Lofton, Dickey back to pass, looking, fires, complete to Lofton, and he is going to score on the bomb post. Lofton picks up his second touchdown. The Packers, with an extra point, pulled to within 10. So Mr. James Lofton burns Lester Hayes on the long touchdown pass. He was hit by Odenstein, but just ran him over. And let's watch that replay. Lynn Dickey on the bomb post. Touchdown. Lofton. Extra point by Bernie. The snap, the place, and it's good. It's now 24-14 with 3:59 to play. As that was a 69-yard touchdown pass to Lofton. Oh, those interceptions. The fumbles killed us. Turnovers will kill you, folks. Here comes the onside kick by the Packers. And it is recovered by the Raiders. Packers had a chance, but Sylvester of the Raiders comes away with it at midfield. And so with 3:54 to play, the Raiders are up 10. It's no longer a laugher. They got to pick up a few first downs here. And it's a split backfield. Van Egan and number 43 Matthews, the wideouts Chandler and Branch, the tight end back in the game is Chester, top of the screen. And we're going to play run, man coverage, run, King Van Egan. Plunkett gives it to Van Egan. He goes to his right, picks up 3, and that's John Anderson's 10th tackle for the Packers. Clock is running, or did it stop? Anderson with the tackle. Doesn't say clock's running. 3:47. 2nd and 7. I think the clock is still running. There's no way he got out of bounds. Do I want to call timeout? And we will call timeout. That's not a play. So we call timeout. They'll do it again. So we stop the clock at 3:45. Packers have 2 timeouts remaining. Down by 10. And it's 2nd and 7. Packers in a 4-3 once again. And we're going to blitz Douglas. We're going to shift our defensive line to the right. Tight man. King Van Egan on the run. Plunk it back to pass under pressure. Complete the Branch. It's a deep. And Branch goes for the touchdown. Extra point is good. As Plunkett goes over the top to Cliff Branch. We sold out for the run. And now the Oakland Raiders are up 31-14. With 3:32 to play. And that was a 47-yard pass from Plunkett to Branch. Extra point by Barr. And here comes the kickoff and the return. The Packers need a big return here. They are stopped before the 20. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Green Bay on their 18 with 3:25 to play. Bomb post. And Ivory And Ellis will stay in the block once again. James Lofton on the bomb post. Dickey back to pass. Looking, he dumps it down to Thompson. And he's quickly tackled by Onstein. And Kaufman goes off the field. And his return is probable. And coming in to play tight end is Bill Larson. We might as well keep him in the block. So 3 personal protectors for Lynn Dickey. The clock stops on the injury. It's 2nd and 2. Long fly to Thompson. Dickey back to pass. Looking. Dumps it down to Ellis. And Ellis is smothered. Only a gain of 1. Kaufman comes back in. Packers go to the hurry up. Kaufman goes to the bottom of the screen. Ellis and Ivory, personal protectors for Dickey. It is 3rd and 1. Bomb post to the tight end Kaufman. Dickey back to pass. Looking. He fires. And Kaufman, with his 3rd drop, he had beaten the defender, but he drops the ball. So it's 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Ivory, dive play, 4th and 1. And Ivory picks up the first down. And again, quickly to the line of scrimmage go the Packers with 2:45 to play on their 30-yard line, trailing by 17 once again. Special play call. We can't go slant and go. Why can't we go slant and go? I want to go slant and go. Can't go slant and go. That sucks. Standard play. Oh, because we're in the hurry up. All right. Long cross to Lofton. Stick with the original play call. Dickey back to pass, under pressure, looking, completed to Lofton. And Lofton is tackled at midfield. He now has 4 receptions, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, 25.8 yards. And again, per reception, Dickey and the Packers quickly get to the line of scrimmage. Hail Mary to Lofton. He's going to heave it up. Dickey back to pass, looking. He dumps it down, and there's the 2-minute warning. As Matuzek actually deflected it, and it was almost caught by Ellis, the running back. So 1:56 to play. The Packers at midfield. It is 2nd and 10. They trail by 17. Lynn Dickey, 21 of 39, 274 yards, 2 touchdowns, but, my friends, he has 4 interceptions. Ellis and Ivory will stay in the block. Kaufman will go out wide. Slant and go to Paul Kaufman, the tight end, who's out wide. Dickey under pressure, throws incomplete. Quickly closing was the safety, Burgess Owens, on that play. He was sniffing out his 2nd interception. So it's 3rd and 10, 1:49 left in the game. Packers trail by 17. Oakland 31, Green Bay 14. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. Jerry Ellis will go out wide. Ivory will stay in the block. Kaufman will go out wide. Long slant and go to James Lofton. Dickey back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Slant and go. Deflected by Hayes and intercepted by Hendricks, who is coming back. He was going back in coverage. And that is Lynn Dickey's 5th interception. And that will be the ball game. It was already over, but we're trying to heave it up. Lynn Dickey, 21 of 41, 274 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. And we'll just play run Van Egan. They give the ball to Van Egan. Van Egan pads his stats, picks up 2 yards. Should we call timeout? Yeah, what the hell, timeout. We have 1 left. We'll key Van Egan on the run again. They give the ball to Van Egan. He goes to the left once again, picks up 4 more yards. Timeout. We have none left. We'll key Mark Van Egan. They give the ball to Van Egan. He goes up the middle. He rips off a huge run. And offsides on defense. That's declined. So Van Egan, what a day for Mark Van Egan. He has 34 carries, 164 yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry and a TD, and he is still in the game, which is nuts. And we're just going to key Van Egan on the run. They give it to Van Egan. Van Egan smothered under. He could get hurt. And we'll key Van Egan. And that's going to be the ball game on this last carry. He goes to the right, brought down by Dilmer. And run Jensen. And that's the ball game. So the Oakland Raiders advance to the Sweet 16. They make it to the bracket. They beat the Packers 31-14. Packers hung around for a while, but the Raiders were just too good. I'd like to say thank you to Mooney G in the chat, Andre Ford, OTDA. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyone who watched, I hope you enjoyed it if you watched now or later. Greatly appreciate you spent some time with me as we continue our one-and-done 1980 playoff tournament. Let's go to the box score, some quick stats, and we'll call it a stream. We'll bring up the box score in a moment. There's the box score. Scoring, Oakland was a scoreless first quarter, hard-hitting first quarter, even a hard-hitting first half. Then Oakland would score twice in the second quarter. The first time at the 10:45 mark, Plunkett 18-yard pass to Ramsey after an 11-play, 79-yard drive, taking 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Chris Barr extra point, 7-0. Oakland would strike again at the 5:54 mark, a 13-yard pass from Plunkett to Branch. Barr kick, 14-0. Green Bay would get on the board with a 7-play, 68-yard drive. It only took a minute 5 as Lofton catches the corner fade from Dickey, extra point by Bernie, and it was 14-7 at the half. Oakland would score the only points in the third quarter, and it was a 37-yard field goal by Chris Barr. We went to the final 15 minutes of football, and it was 17-7. Oakland would score a touchdown at the 12:48 mark on a Van Egan 3-yard run after a 13-play, 65-yard drive, chewing up 7 minutes and 23 seconds of clock. Barr with the extra point, and it was 24-7. Green Bay with 3:59 left in the game. Dickey hits James Lofton on a long bomb post, 69 yards. Touchdown, Bernie kick, 24-14. After another Lynn Dickey interception, he threw 5 of them. Plunkett would throw a 47-yard pass to Cliff Branch, icing the game at the 3:32 mark. 31-14, Oakland advances to the Sweet 16. They have made the bracket. Players of the game for the Raiders, Plunkett, Van Egan, and Branch. Kaufman had an excellent day, as well as Lofton, as both receivers went over 100 yards. And the defensive end, Johnston, for the Packers. Let's go to player stats. Lynn Dickey, 21 of 41, 274 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He was sacked twice. Plunkett, 13 of 25, 218 yards, 1 pickoff, 3 touchdowns. He was sacked twice. Pastorini came in when Plunkett got his bell rung. He was 0 for 1. Ivory, 10 carries, 28 yards. Ellis, 6 for 18 yards. Mark Van Egan, 36 carries, 160 yards, and a touchdown, had a long run of 34. Kenny King, 4 for 31. Whittington, 4 for 13. Plunkett, 3 for 11. Matthews, 1 for 3. The Raiders rushed for 218 yards. They averaged 4.5 yards a carry. Receiving, Kaufman, 8 receptions, 100 yards. Ellis, 4 for 23. Lofton, 4 for 103 and 2 touchdowns. Thompson, 3 for 47. Ivory, 2 for 1 yard. For the Raiders, Chester, 4 for 65. Chandler, 3 for 47. Branch, 3 for 75 and 2 touchdowns. Mark Van Egan, 2 for 13. Ramsey, 1 for 18, and that was an 18-yard touchdown catch from Plunkett. And Kenny King did not have a reception. He was targeted once. Let's go to the leaders in tackles. Go to defensive stats. John Anderson, the outside linebacker for the Packers, had 10 tackles, followed by Ezra Johnson, the defensive end. He had 9 tackles and a sack. 1 stuff and a hurry. Butler had 8 tackles and a sack. The lone interception was Douglas for the Packers. Very little pressure was put on Jim Plunkett, the Oakland Raiders quarterback, by the Packers. The Raiders' leading tackler was Owens. He had 1 deflection. Martin had 7 tackles with a sack and a hurry. The 5 interceptions, Owens had 1, Davis had 1, Lester Hayes had 1, Owenstein had 1, and Hendricks, following the play on the deflection, had 1. Those are your 5 picks. Team stats. The Packers turned the ball over 6 times, the Raiders once, and there's your differential right there. You're not going to win. Time of possession, the Raiders 37 minutes and 49 seconds. The Packers 22 minutes and 11 seconds. Back to the scoring summary, and we will call it a stream. So hope everyone enjoyed it. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Health and happiness. Oh, before we leave, our next game in the to see who reaches the Sweet 16 bracket, as we just had the Raiders defeat the Packers. So our next game will be the Vikings, who the Action PC computer engine will play. They were 9-7. And I will be the 6-10 Cincinnati Bengals, as I'm always the lower seed unless it's the Patriots. I always play as the Patriots. So that's our next game in Minnesota. The Vikings at 9-7 take on the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 6-10. Till next time, health and happiness. God bless, and as always, peace.